Hello, we're at the hunger hike for the Food Bank of Northwest Indiana. Things are about to kick off here in just a bit. The event starts at 9:30, and we already have quite a few people here today who has done an awesome job in supplying food to the people who are in need, those who've lost their jobs, those who are food insecure. And this event is just one of many that they do to contribute efforts to the food bank. So we hope to talk to Victor Garcia and his crew here in just a bit. In the meantime, we will let you look at some footage of the happenings going on here. We'll see you soon.
But you have stepped up to the challenge. Folks, we have been doing amazing work together in feeding our community, because our mission is focused on not only feeding people today, but helping them tomorrow and collaborating in that effort. Collaboration being that key, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot do the work of ending hunger alone, not any of our agencies and not the food bank. We have to collaborate together, and an event like the Hunger Hike brings us all together to raise those much needed funds that we all need to survive and thrive in our agencies and feed Northwest Indiana. Thank you so much for participating today. We have so much planned for today, so much fun, so much awareness, so many good times with new friends and old. We're so excited that you're here today. Now, something we want to remind everybody, if you have not already, make sure you register at the white tent. Get your wristband. That's going to let us know what you qualify for. And don't forget, if you registered and qualify for a t-shirt, our brown tent has those. Folks, this is a family-friendly, socially distant event. Please, 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 I encourage you to keep your social distance, especially during the walk. Make sure you're wearing your mask, but have a good time. Now, in the back throughout the facility, everything you do now, I want to say one special thank you. Most of you know that we have had the Indiana National Guard deployed to our food bank since April. The only way we've been able to do the record number of pounds and meals that we've been providing Northwest Indiana is because of their support, and unfortunately, their deployment ends on September 30th. Now, I want to share with you, we don't have our September numbers yet. 2 years ago, the Food Bank of Northwest Indiana distributed around 4 million pounds of food. Between April and August of 2020, we have distributed over 4.1 million pounds of food, and that is only possible with the support of the Indiana National Guard and our community members, our corporate sponsors, our individual donors, and of course all of our partner agencies that have been working so hard, so tirelessly every day with and without volunteers to make sure we're able to respond to the COVID crisis. Now, what I want to do is say a special thank you to Allison Vox, our Vice President of Development and Communication, and her team on putting on such an amazing event. She's going to share a little bit more information about how the run of show is going to go today. Thank you. Here's Allison.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Can you give us a woo-woo, some noise for the food bank? Come on, let me hear you. Come on. Come on, it's warming up. You can do better than that. So we want to thank you all for joining us today and for your patience. We wanted to transition our event in the midst of COVID-19 to hopefully just inspire some engagement and some awareness, especially during Hunger Action Month. For a lot of you have asked why we switched locations. The town of Maryville decided to cancel all events, and so we're grateful to Living Hope for allowing us to transition quickly. We have an exciting day planned for you. Just like Victor said, we are extremely excited. Our route, we have a walk route, a run route, and a bike route. So thank you for your patience today. This is have to send a special shout out to our events and outreach coordinator, Amy. I don't know where she is. She's somewhere around here. But Amy McDunn is our new events and outreach coordinator, and she is the visionary behind all of this. So you guys give Amy McDunn a really, really big hand, a good hand, to encourage her in how well she has jumped into the role and transitioned the hunger hike. All right, so we want to first, so this year we did something special. We wanted to acknowledge individuals who really take this mission seriously. All of you do. There's some people who just knew that they had to participate in this aspect of the event. Those are hunger heroes. So we have individuals who are not agency partners, just individuals who decided to raise $250 or more. These are our hunger heroes. So if you are a non-agency partner and you raise $250 or more, come up to the front, please. Just start walking up to the stage. I'm going to keep talking, but I made a decision to start off their participation with 750 meals. And so to a food bank where hunger is our mission, that is a big deal. So our hunger heroes are going to receive a special commemorative hunger hike t-shirt, sweatshirt. And they are also going to lead the walk. So hunger heroes, when we start off the walk or the run, depending on what you're doing, you guys come to the front. So I just want to take a quick moment to say each of your names. You're that special to us. Say your name, and then we're going to get back to the rest of the opening program with the warm-up and everything.
Margaret Summer with Team Ivy Tech.
Vicki Close with Team The Gap, God's Anointed Place.
Megan Fernandez here with Kara and Blake Bonin today.
Dolores Tiemer with First Baptist Church Food Pantry.
Betty Johnson with our food bank.
Give all of our hunger heroes a big clap. Come on, bigger than that. These are people on the forefront. We appreciate you so much and thank you for your commitment right off the bat. Okay, next, we want to tell you a little bit about what's happening today. I already mentioned that we're doing a walk run. We have a kids area. Everything is free. Someone said, you know, it's so wonderful. How much does it cost? Especially for our agency. So the people in the green shirts are our partner agencies. Take some time to find out who they are, what communities they serve, and see how you can help. If one of the partner agencies, pantry, soup kitchens, is in your local area, take a moment to say, hey, I'd like to volunteer or support you guys in a way. We also want to thank Meyer team. Can you give a big shout out? Woo! They're at the back. So our Meyer team is here doing Pack to Give Back. They're packing senior boxes that are delivery for the new program, Senior Pantry Pack, that we started just because of COVID-19. So thank you, Meyer team, for coming out today to do that. We really appreciate you. Also, our partner agencies, give yourselves a big hand. Partner agencies, pantries, soup kitchens, you guys are the hands and feet in our community and make it so much easier for us to reach the people in local areas. There's no way that the food bank could be in the local communities every day, but our partner agencies, pantries, and soup kitchens do that. We also want to give a big shout out to all of the individuals and people who donate their time and energy. One of them is to my right. We want to give a big shout out to our, I'm going to say lifelong partners, the Bill and Callie Show. If you guys are not following the Bill and Callie Show, you better. These people highlight the good in Northwest Indiana. There aren't many media outlets who are doing that, but Bill and Callie really take the time to allow nonprofit organizations and other good things to be highlighted. All right, that is all.
Hello, and I'm here with the president of the Food Bank of Northwest Indiana, Victor Garcia, and Allison Boggs, who is the vice president of the Food Bank of Northwest Indiana. We're here at Hunger Hike 2020, and Victor, why don't you tell us a bit about what's going on here today?
Thanks, Bill. Hello, everybody out there. We're so excited to share this day with us, with everybody that's out there today. Hunger Hike 2020 is an opportunity for the Food Bank and all of our partner agencies throughout Lake and Porter County to raise not only awareness, but much needed funds to keep our operations going, whether that's our food bank operations or even more importantly, our partner agency operations. And Bill, as you're aware, we've been doing a lot of work in COVID response, where that's changing programming, doing our mobile market distributions at an increased level, also doing drive-through systems so that we can keep everybody safe and healthy, not just our clients, but also our volunteers, our friends, and the National Guard who have been helping us through this process. So the Hunger Hike here at Living Hope Church in Maryville, Indiana, has been an opportunity to raise those much-needed funds to, as Allison so eloquently puts it, keep those pantries stocked with the much-needed food that they're needing to keep their communities fed. I got to tell you, Bill, we just had a conversation last week with one of our most important, largest partners in serving their community, and we found that they're already out of money for the year, and it's only September. So trying to find ways that we can keep those pantries stocked so they can continue serving not only the clients they've been serving because the need for hunger for food is there, but also the increased demand that they're experiencing because so many of our friends and neighbors are being severely impacted by the COVID crisis.
And that pantry is in a very impoverished area as well. So even more reason. Allison, why don't you tell us about the Hunger Action Month, which is this month, and some of the activities that have been going on?
Thank you. Yes. So Hunger Action Month is a time where nationwide we take the time to bring light to the hunger crisis in our nation and locally with the Food Bank of Northwest Indiana. We have, our goal was to give people an opportunity to do just one action designed to contribute to that. So one action could be participating in our Ride the Region, which is our motorcycle charity ride. We go through our service area in Lake and Porter counties and just bring attention to the cause, but also to the areas that we're serving. Today we're doing the Hunger Hike, as you both have mentioned, with to add supplies to our partner agencies, pantries, soup kitchens, but also to engage people who may not be aware of how serious hunger is. We do it in a fun way, but it doesn't take anything away from the seriousness of the issue. In addition to that, we have our premier partner, Strachan Van Til, who's doing the Hunger Action Match. This is really important. Throughout the month of September, Strachan Van Til is matching donations dollar for dollar up to $25,000. We are currently on our match site at about $16,000 with just about 11 days to go. And just go to foodbanknwi.org/match, and every dollar will be matched by Strachan Van Til. So our goal is to just create awareness. Of course, we're raising funds, but if we can make our community, our corporate partners, and constituents aware, make everyone aware of how serious hunger is, but also how your little can become much when you connect with the Food Bank of Northwest Indiana. Just $1 provides 3 meals. And when you consider how small a contribution is, but how great the impact is, it makes all the difference.
And one thing I want to highlight is your partnerships, the agencies throughout the area. Because one key thing, pandemic or no pandemic, people who are impoverished have difficulty with transportation. And the important thing about the partnerships they have, they bring the foods closer to those people who are food insecure, who lack transportation, so that they have the mobile markets, which, Victor, I'm going to ask you to explain in just a bit, and also the relationships with the food pantries, the homeless shelters, to get that food where it needs to be. Victor, why don't you talk to us about your ongoing efforts with the mobile markets and and how actually the Indiana Guard has helped you out with those mobile markets.
Thanks, Bill. So yes, our mobile market distributions are exactly like they sound. We load up a truck, go out into different areas in our community in Lake and Porter County here in the region, and we just distribute groceries to those who need. So it's first come, first serve. People just line up. And again, all of our mobile market distributions in COVID response are drive-through service only. So we're able to just have you register through your car window and load up your groceries in the trunk of your car. Now, Bill, you mentioned the Indiana National Guard, and we are so thankful. If you're not aware of this, but in 2018, the food bank distributed around 4 million pounds of food for the entire year. And the Indiana National Guard started their deployment in April, and their deployment ends in September. But from April to August, we distributed over 4.1 million pounds of food. So picture that, 2018's annual amount we did just between April and August, and that was only possible not only because of the work that our agencies do and the support we get from our community, but more importantly, the support we receive from the Indiana National Guard. And we're so thankful to Governor Holcomb and Adjutant General Lyles who allocated those resources so that we were able to increase this. Now, I'll give you an idea, Bill. Back in January, we were serving about 4,000 individuals with our mobile market distributions. Last month, we served right around 15,000 individuals. So the demand is there, not just for our mobile distributions, but also for our partner agencies. But those mobile distributions help us serve in a way, as you mentioned, that barrier in transportation. Having those mobile distributions allows us to target specific areas to get to. Allison and her team, as well as the operations team, have been identifying communities who have been most disproportionately impacted by the COVID crisis. And what we're trying to do is get our mobile distributions from here on out to target specific census tract communities that have been disproportionately impacted. And we can only do that through our mobile distributions. So it's been so exciting. Now, as we mentioned that about the Indiana National Guard, unfortunately, their deployment ends on September 30th. So Allison and her team will be reaching out to all of you to ask for support, because we can't stop doing the work we've been doing, and we can't keep doing it with just the 23 staff that we have on site. So we're asking you to go to foodbanknwi.org/volunteer and sign up for whether it's a mobile market distribution or helping us pack boxes for seniors in need, or it's helping us clean up our warehouse. Sometimes we just have some minor things that need to be worked on. But foodbanknwi.org/volunteer is the way to go, and we are desperately in need of your help starting next week.
Yeah, and Victor, thank you much for that information about volunteers, because again, the Indiana Guard deployment here ends the end of this month, so they are going to need those volunteers. And Allison, why don't you talk to us about some of the opportunities for companies to get some teams together to come in here, because we had one here this morning, right? They were packing some food, and so tell us a bit about that.
Absolutely. We are always enthused to welcome corporate teams in for several different reasons. Not only does it build teamwork to help sort and pack, but it also introduces to some and then reinforces for others the reality of hunger and food insecurity. Companies can come in, they can pack, they can sort senior boxes, they can help distribute food at a mobile market to get some firsthand impact and interaction, but also corporate teams can, there's so many different ways teams can get involved. It's not, of course, we welcome donations. It's not always about the donations. It's about working together towards this common purpose. And hunger affects people at every level. You can be employed and just not have enough each month to be able to, make ends meet. And so being able to bridge those gaps between what we do and what companies do is always really important and significant to us.
Yeah, it definitely is. So if you're out there, a company CEO or an owner of a company, this is a much, much blessed opportunity for you to help out the region, because as I embarrass these two often enough, I call them our heroes. They truly are. They're along with the first responders in this region, supplying food to people who are desperately in need not only during the pandemic, but prior to the pandemic. And I tell you, really, truly, you guys are our heroes, and we love working with you, love seeing the work that you do. And one thing before we close out the interview here, I want to bring attention to every event that we've been at has been so much fun. You've had things for kids to do. You have the runners, the walkers, the bikers, and it's just been hopping around here. But one thing that I do not want to eclipse here is their mission is serious, but they have fun providing that mission. And I just want to ask Allison to back up here. And, oh boy, I tell you, Kelly, I tell you, I'm still staying faithful. But when I see stuff like this, I'm just saying. Oh, with that, I want to thank you both for what you do for everyone. Well, with me today, I have Amy McDunn, who is the person that does everything behind the scenes. After Allison and Victor decide, we need to do that. Right?
I'm the one who does it. I'm the one who has to
she
put
puts all the connections, dots all the I's, and gets it all done. So tell us about, you did some huge events, this being one of them, and the Ride the Region, which was famously, I see videos of people all over sharing videos on that. So why don't you tell us a bit about what it takes to get that stuff done? It's amazing.
Right. It's been a lot of planning, months and months. Our first event was the virtual soiree. That was real different because it was the first one online we ever did. Ride the Region was with motorcyclists. This is a walkathon at Hunger Hike. So it's been really interesting dealing with different demographics, engaging people in line, engaging motorcyclists and that demographic, engaging whole families at Hunger Hike. It's definitely been an interesting experience. I have to say I am so relieved and glad that it worked out and that people showed up and that the route was followed and people bought tickets. I am so grateful and just so happy that it worked out, because this has just been months and months of planning, all the little things, planning, our tents, planning the route, to the little details of making sure we have enough paper and we have enough pens and the wind isn't going to blow away the papers, weights for the signs. There's so much that goes into it, and I will say this is the biggest event I've ever done. I am kind of fresh out of college. I graduated in December 2019, so I am just so happy that I've been able to apply everything from school and for something in real life just to see all the work pay off in real life. It's amazing. Yeah.
Well, I tell you, every time we come here, we see this blue streak going all over the food bank. I'm like, what's that? Amy, yeah. So we appreciate everything you do to put events like this together to help, particularly this month, for all the agencies out there to help the food bank distribute food. Mm-hmm. That is a noble event, and I tell you, you being the person behind the scenes, take care of it. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you so much.
And boy, I tell you, well, I got to let you go because, as I said, she does it all, and she needs to start turning down the event. Thank you, Amy. Have a great day.
Thank you so much, Bill. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll say goodbye for now.
Bye.
This episode of The Bill and Callie Show is brought to you by
Dutch Farms, maintaining a family tradition of quality for over 91 years.